This is a special night for the city of St. Paul. It's a special night for the St. Paul Police Department. It's a special night for our military veterans. It's a special night for the women and men of the St. Paul Police Department. And it's an unbelievable honor for me to be here tonight to present a couple of well-earned awards before we lose Ed Dion, serving this city with dignity and respect and honor for so many years, from 1998 until about a month ago now. So we're going to miss Ed, but I'm going to have the opportunity of acknowledging him for a couple very high awards within our department. Before I do that, I would like to thank our military veterans, current and past. Would you please stand so we can give you a round of applause. And Ed, for your service in our military, serving in the United States Navy from 1985 through 2009. 24 years. That's what it's all about. That's why we're all standing here tonight, is because of the service of heroes like you. So thank you for your service. So we're going to start off tonight with one more couple of introductions. We have Sheriff Tim Leslie, Sheriff Bob Fletcher. Thank you both for your service. Let's give them a round of applause. So on March 16th, just of this year, Ed Dion and several of the officers responded to the Dorothy Day Center on an assault call. Upon arrival, he met a male victim with deep stab wounds throughout his chest area. Using your hands and towels that you had acquired, we began to apply the pressure that was needed to slow down the bleeding until the medics arrived. And not only that, he engaged in conversation, keeping his mind off the wounds, treating him with the respect that he needed at the time. He needed the friend you were there for him. As I said, the medics arrived, transported the man to regions where he survived his significant critical injuries. Your immediate actions, empathy, professionalism helped save this man's life. And with that, Ed, it's my honor and privilege to present you with your fourth Medal for Life Saving Award. It's 4 lives you saved. Certainly not based. Honorable mention, Police Officer of the Year 2019. The 2019 Honorable Mention for Police Officer of the Year is presented to you, Ed, in recognition for your exceptional performance as an officer for the St. Paul Police Department. Since joining our department in 1998, you've held assignments in patrol, where you were a valuable member of investigations and also the FBI Safe Streets Task Force, keeping the worst of the worst criminals off our street, the most violent offenders in the metro area, and in fact, throughout the state of Minnesota. You take great pride in your work and responsibilities, and you are a figurehead in the downtown area where you've been assigned since 2015. You've been heavily involved in various committees and groups within our department, including PCR, the Combination Review Board, the PAL, and the peer support and mentoring, which is so important today more than ever in the history of police service. You most recently took on the role of military liaison officer to help advocate and support the needs of our department's military members, whether they're serving now or have served in the past. You've been an active member of the St. Paul Police Federation, and you were appointed to Vice President in 2019. Whether you're responding to calls on patrol ed or engaging in the community or helping your fellow co-workers, you've always maintained a calm demeanor. You display professionalism, and you provide trusted service with respect without exception each and every day. Your consistent commitment to the extraordinary performance for the department, your fellow co-workers, your family throughout the years, and the city of St. Paul is deeply appreciated by all of us. It's my great honor and pleasure to present you with the award for Honorable Mention Officer of the Year 2019. So we'll let Ed say a few words here, but just before I go, I know we have Admiral, you're going to say a few words and present something, and then we'll have Ed speak at the end. So, sir, if you want to come up and do that and introduce yourself, if you would. I remember your certainly your rank and title, but not your name. My apologies, sir. So, with that, just thank you all very much. I appreciate it. It's been an honor to be here tonight, and you're in good hands now. And thank you, sir. Thanks for your service.
Thank you very much. Also with me is Captain Chuck Nash. If you watch Fox News, you may or may not have seen this gent on TV, but he was Ed's first commanding officer in 137, and I was the second. So over to you, Chuck.
Thank you. First, I want to say what a privilege it is to be able to speak to a group like you. Ed and you are the line between civilized society and the other side. And we respect everything that you do every day. And without you, this place would be chaos. So here's to you. Ed Dion is a special guy. And you all know that or you wouldn't be here. So you have self-identified as people who understand and recognize greatness. And Ed Dion is one of those guys. To be an intelligence officer in the Navy requires a special talent. You have to deal with facts, you have to analyze things, and you have to be precise. I've talked to a couple of his colleagues out there, and I said, what's one word that you would use to describe Ed Dion? My word is operational. Ed Dion insisted on being operational. He could have come into the Navy under a commissioning program and been an officer, but he didn't want to do that. He came in as a SAR swimmer. Now, if you don't know what that means, they try to drown you. I mean, they literally try to drown you going through training. Because his goal was to be that guy who jumped out of a helicopter with swim fins and little else to rescue dumb shits like me and Groot out of the water when we ejected out of our airplanes. And why were we flying those airplanes? Because we swore an oath to defend America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You all are in that fight every day. We're out of it. We're history. So I talked to Jesse, and I said, what's the one word you would use? And he said, wise. Bingo. Wise, operational. You marry those two things, you've got greatness. And I know it's embarrassing him, but that's, I'm just telling you, we all have our experiences with him. Wise and operational. So the fact that you're all here and paying honor by taking time out of your day to be here with Ed and Sue, it's just magic. So good on you for being here. Good on you for what you're doing every day. We respect you, we love you, and we're praying for you. So keep it up.
Thanks, Jack. I just got to cover a few more things about Ed's time in the Navy that you may or may not know. Admiral Boyle would love to be here, along with his lovely wife Tracy, who were their best man and maid of honor at their wedding in Greece. This is after Sue followed the ship for months with her wedding in the bag, waiting to find the right Catholic priest in the right country in Europe that would marry them. This is also Sue, who we often talked about her choice in Joseph in the Technicolor green coat socks. Sue had 5 sock colors. They were brown, light brown, salmon brown, tan brown, whatever brown. And so when she left the squadron after many years of work, which I know you have seen here in how she reacted with Navy wives and how she reacted with spouses in the police officer department, in bringing people together, bringing camaraderie to that group, and bringing what needed to be done. We need a round of applause for a wife like this. I know you put up with your dad away from home a lot of dangerous situations, a lot of time doing what is right. You are children of the cloth. Thank you for supporting your dad. Okay, one other final thing about this young man, and I can say young, with this important salt rocking fish connection, that's why they call old admirals gray beards, is that he introduced to the Navy a counterterrorism mechanism while he is on duty out with Pac Fleet that is still being used by the United States Navy today. So his touch points on both the police force and the United States Navy and what he brought to our nation is going to be felt for a long time to come. So Ed, from the Nashes and the Gridhouses and all the Kestrels of VFA 137, we just got a small token here that we haven't opened it yet. Yeah, you're gonna have to untie the bow and pull it out. But it's just, the inscription reads, to Officer Ed Dion for over 50 years of dedicated service. That service means to our Navy, our nation, the police department, and the United States of America.
I'm going to be very brief. A long time ago, I was being recognized for a rescue that I did. And as the squadron was forming up, I was in the wings with the skipper, Turk Shechem, who's an H-3 pilot. Commander Shechem says to me, "What's the matter with you?" I said, "I don't know, skipper." I said, I kind of feel funny, you know. And he goes, "Why? You get recognized for that rescue that you did." And I said, "You know, any one of us could have done that." And he said, "You're right." He said, "You're not accepting this for yourself. You accept it for all the men," and it was all men at the time in the squadron. All the men in the squadron that put that airplane out there, for the pilots that flew it, for the paper hangers who did the paperwork, for the swimmers, for the chiefs. You're accepting this award for all of them. So with that said, on behalf of all of the men and women in blue, I appreciate the Officer of the Year nomination and the selection as honorable mention. And I accept that on behalf of all the men and women on the St. Paul Police Department. Thank you, Cap, for the kind words. Group, you said what I was trying to put into words, so I don't have to repeat it. As far as having a spouse, a wife that has been so supportive, and kids who sacrificed so I could do the job that I love. I mean, if I didn't love it, I wouldn't still be a street cop. I love being a street cop. I love working the street and getting out there and doing the job. Thank you all for coming. We got friends from Chicago. Bruce came from Virginia. Cap, I don't know where the hell he flew in from. Norm rode his motorcycle up here from Texas. Captain Weekland. Captain Ronnie, thank you for bringing the brood houses over and putting them up. Appreciate that. And special thanks to Sue and the kids who sacrificed. I missed the holidays. I don't think I missed any birthdays, but I know I missed the holidays. Thank you, kids. I mean, you sacrifice as much as anybody. The kids of police officers do, so go home and hug your kids tonight. So thank you all for being here. Thank you very, very much. That's all I got to say.